As usual, viewer, leave the comments down below. Keep them constructive. Watch the video. Leave your feedback for Kabam. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, we need to talk about the AI, and I think it's very important that you know what the date is, okay? Just to establish a few things. It is Monday, the 14th of October. I think the update was on last week of Tuesday or Monday, and in doing that, I updated, and then I played, and I got into Celestial 5 of Battlegrounds. I put out a video on that. I played quite a bit. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that, and the update went live, and I was like, it's different, okay? There's something different. Now, the current meta is crit me, where we're incentivized to get intercepts. And one of the things I talked about with some close friends was how much is the meta possibly exacerbating the issue or even potentially creating the issue? Again, I'm telling you there's a reason why we will go through the stream, and I will go through all of this, okay? But I then left. I went on vacation with my family, went camping. I was in Yosemite. We had a beautiful time. Not much cell reception. It was great. Totally the whole thing. So I didn't really play from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And I got back and I played some Battlegrounds matches. I had fallen from Celestial 6 all the way down to Mysterium, I think, 2. And it's abundantly clear that no, the meta may be increasing the prevalence of which we're seeing this, the amount which we're seeing this, but there's something wrong with the AI, and it is just inherently unfun. I believe it's inherently unfun for players playing at my level, based on the chats I'm seeing, for players playing at a higher level of Battlegrounds, and I think going to be War when War starts. And I think it's trickling down. I'm seeing on my Discord server, I'm seeing in YouTube comments, and I think it's important this gets addressed for a variety of reasons, and again, we're going to talk about that. Now, let's go ahead and start this clip. I think it's really important. This was happening in a variety of fights. It was happening with an increased frequency, but this was by far the most stark and short example that I could show you of what is wrong, okay? I've had this fight with Serpent. You can see it has gone terribly for me. You know me, America's my girl. I've had so many wonderful fights against Serpent. We've done this. This is not going to be about Serpent. Yes, he's a jerk. And you can see this fight has already been going sideways for me at 32% health. Watch this. Now, if I recall correctly, he's just thrown a special. I've hit him a few times. Now I'm backing up, and he's going to back up too. I think it's important. I've paused this at very specific intervals for you to see this. He is not in his full block animation, but he is stable. I have backed up as well too, and America is grimacing there. Now we're going to move this forward just a hair, and you can see he has started an animation moving forward. Now it's only one step, but still he's gone from the idle animation to this single step forward. Again, it's really important that you see all of this. You can see just how bad this has gotten. We're going to hit play again. And there he goes. And you can see he has taken at least 2 full steps forward in his animations. He has made significant progress. Based off of the initial steps forward, you can see I have dashed in. I have done this intercept, I would venture, thousands of times. When the rebound stuff on Serpent went live, I told you, like, I think part of my opinion may be skewed by the fact that I've had a rank 3 America Chavez the whole time. Not only is she a wonderful kit RPG counter to him, but her animations are just perfect for his. This intercept is happening. At this moment, there is nothing at all, for me anyways, that signals I have made a mistake. I have done something wrong. In fact, if anything, I feel like I have made an incredibly perfect, instinctive play based on having played this game for years and years and years. This is what I often call an instinctive intercept. I know it's a medium dash. I know light dash or light intercepts are typically safer because you can block. But through years of playing this game, everything about this has been, this is going to be successful. I've used it against tier 1 alliance bosses for years to solo them for my alliances so we can score in masters in tier 1 and top 10 and in top 3. I've used this to get Celestial 6. Yes, I did get that once, and multiple times Mysterium. Watch what happens. Everything about this is I am going to land an intercept. Serpent backs up. And not only does he back up, not only does he cancel out of whatever animation he was in, to me, it feels like a dash. I've shown this to some very smart players and they've said, I think he's just walking forward, but they've even agreed, this is not what should be happening. This is not fun. This is a great example of what is wrong currently. Not only does he dash back, but he happens to dash back just out of the reach. Look at this. That is America. She has a great lunge forward, knee is up, usually hits him on that long ass beard of his, straight on the chin. He's dashed back just enough so that I'm out of range. Now you all know what's about to happen next. Here we go. Bing, bang, boom. I am dead. Here it is in real time. It's, I think, a little harder to pick up, but those of you who played this game, like I said, for years, like I have, or at least played it enough over months, know that that's that instinctive thing. That's when you're watching someone else's gameplay, you're like, okay, there was a chance for intercept. You can feel it coming. I have no other way to describe it, but the dash animation or the forward animation, and you can see it's not just one step. This isn't like he just wasn't blocking. Like if he was just not blocking and he had a bar of power and I dashed in and he hit me with the special, I'd be like, that's on me. Years of playing have taught me I can't just dash in with a medium when they have a bar of power, particularly when they're not blocking. They're going to hit me with the special, and playing a game like this, playing as intensely as I do, I wouldn't want that. I want that to be a mistake on my part. I don't want to just be able to willy-nilly dive around, know it's safe, know it's going to always work out for me, that I'm never going to get punished, right? But at the same time, the AI, in my opinion, and you let me know, viewer, if you disagree or not, the AI should not be able to do this. And whether this is the exact problem itself or just a great example of it, I'm not sure. I don't know how to work in AI. I have no idea how to code. I have no clue how to fix this, and I'm not going to pretend that I do. But as a player, and as a YouTuber who likes to give advice to my viewers and to Kabam, the company, on what I think is happening or what I think would be smart moves, this whole thing, you can't do this. You can't have this. You can't do it. You need to get rid of it. I don't know how soon you can get rid of it. I don't know how fast it is. I have no clue how easy of a fix. I imagine, based on, again, years of playing, years of observing, I see all the progress you, Kabam, are making. If there was a fix button, if this is like the Staples easy button, you would have hit it by now. And I do see, and I know, I want to say, I was one of the people who was getting reparried left and right, and it was driving me insane. So I appreciate that you fixed it. This is not going to turn into tearing down. I don't think you've done this on purpose. I know, I would bet everything. This is not intentional. But you do need to fix it. Now, I know this is the part of the video where I'm supposed to rant, and I'm supposed to rave, and I'm supposed to use bad words. I'm probably supposed to make some insulting comments, dehumanize some people, that sort of thing. But again, my viewers know we're not going to do that. One, it's not the right thing to do. Two, I don't engage in negative content. It plays great on YouTube. It does. They'd shove out my videos more. People would argue in the comments section. Maybe we would have some laughs and cackles. But that's not what we're going to do. One, it's not the way to behave, in my opinion. Two, it's not the way to treat people. And three, I don't believe this is being done on purpose. I believe Kabam wants to fix it, and this is going to be my advice to Kabam section now. And as someone who takes in advice, as someone who runs a business, as someone who likes to give advice, I happen to know that the more I come in hot and angry and make unfounded accusations and I just make crap up, the harder it becomes to actually listen to me and take the actionable advice. So I'm going to take a big deep breath. And I intentionally waited a few hours until I made this video so I could calm down, because this is frustrating. This is Battlegrounds. I get it. I play Battlegrounds. I want to make Celestial too. I'm pissed off. I get it. Trust me, I get it. So here's my advice, Kabam. It is obvious to me, and we've talked about this at length, you have accepted that you've actually got an awesome game here. You have champion designers who are designing incredibly rich and complex champions with massive RPG counters, and then also physical gameplay that backs it up or complements it. You have a fantastic balance team who, yes, makes controversial decisions, but I respect the fact that they're willing to make it. They are not making a game that we can face roll. They are making it challenging and difficult without feeling cheap, right? Because everything still has to go through monetization. You have to make money. And that's like hitting that sweet spot of challenge without not too much making us feel coerced and not too easy where we're like, what's the hard part of this? Why would a high skilled player continue to dive in if there's not the rich, deep, and challenging both on the RPG side and the gameplay side? And sometimes you're going to miss. And this is a massive miss. The other thing is, it is obvious, and I'm not going to leak. Now, something's been leaked, and I actually don't know if it's real or not. I literally can look you in the camera, you viewer, you Kabam, and say, I don't know. At least the parts of the CCP that I have access to, and I have access to everything I think that is available to people. I have no idea if the leak is accurate or not, but I do know that there are 10 massive reveals. We've already covered 3 of them. They've been on the monthly live streams. So that leads me to there's 7 more. And we know that the 60 frames per second have come in. And we've talked about this at length. You don't do all of that. A company doesn't do all of that unless they're like, we've got a great product here. We are going to take it seriously. The live streams, you can tell they take the game seriously. They're having fun, but they're getting out information. They take it seriously. They take us as players seriously. Crash, the people doing the whole thing. We don't need to go over it all. It's obvious. Now it looks to me like you want to grow the game. You're doing the 60 frames per second. I wasn't asking for it. I was like, hey, that sounds amazing. But that's the sort of thing to bring in new players. And if the leak thing is true, to me, that means you have spent a massive amount of time, energy, money, human capital, let's see that in, capital to get in new players. If you bring in new players and this is what they experience, they ain't going to keep playing. You're going to have wasted the time, energy, and money and your human capital that you've been investing for I don't know how long to be able to do the thing that it seems like you're doing. And that's what the leak is accurate or not. They're not going to play this because here's the other thing that's happened, right? People like me picked up this game and it was a mobile fighting game. We were amazed 10 years ago, 5 years ago, at how great and deep and rich it was because we weren't expecting very much out of a mobile fighting game. Nowadays, people are not only going to be expecting not this, but they're going to be expecting significantly better than that. Your new player, in general, in my opinion, is going to be significantly more educated and have significantly higher experience and expectations for the game than anything like I know I came into this game with, and I would imagine most of the people have been playing that long have. So they're going to be even more likely to see this nonsense and be like, I want nothing to do with this. This is a foundational piece. All of this other stuff, the animations, the art, all that stuff is great, and it's important to making a fantastic game and getting the word out there, but the AI is foundational. It is a material aspect to having the gameplay that goes with all the deep, rich RPG counters and things that you have addressed and have created and put your time and energy into. Now, I don't believe, because I know companies work, you're not going to delay stuff. I would urge you to do that until you've got this at least in a workable state and you can let us as viewers know, here's what our players know. Here's what's happening. Here's what we're addressing. Here's where we're going. Here's the clear progress we've made. I'm pretty sure you're not going to do it. I would advise you to that, but I get it. I know companies work. You have timelines. You have to meet deadlines and things like that. And I also know that person doing job A is not also doing job B. In other words, the person who's doing the art or creating the champions or whatever and all these things isn't the person doing the AI. I imagine it's not the balance team either. I think as players, we have no clue who it is. So it's not like they're doing X, Y, and Z. But what I would say is give them as much resource as they need to get this job done well. You want this to be a situation where you can fix it if and when things come up. Again, I don't know AI and coding, all that, But I know that things happen. I know that this is incredibly important to the game. And I know that things go wrong from time to time, or they don't go the way you wanted it. So you want it to be something where you can then make titrations so that it is the gameplay that you're searching for. You have hundreds and hundreds of champions and animations to make work together. The AI needs to be something that can help all of those function well together, because it is absolutely not right now. And if this continues, it's going to drive people away. And the new people you're helping to come in, they ain't going to do it. They aren't going to do it. Now, why did it say I'm done on there? I'm done. I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to rave. I feel done. I wanted to convey the emotion, the healthy emotion in ways, the rational emotion that I feel like a lot of players are having. And that's how I felt. Because I'm like, why would I keep pushing Battlegrounds if this is what's going to happen? I'm an incredibly sticky player. I have a YouTube channel that I've built and put tons of time into. I have a lot of friends who work for the company. Everyone knows that. I talk about it. I have a Discord server which I think has 900 or 1,000 people on it. I enjoy hanging out there. I'm hosting a meetup in Austin, a city I don't even live in November, and I haven't even sent out the official invite yet, and I believe we have already over 30 people attending. I'm excited to hang out with them. I'm about as sticky of a player as it gets. And even I'm like, what the hell is this? So take a person who just picks up the game. They're not going to stick around. Or take a person who's just wailed out on Cyber Weekend, and they rank up all their champions. And they like, I'm doing the Battlegrounds. I've been watching Vegas tier lists. I've been watching Bitter Steel. I've been watching DLL streams. I even like go and I ask him questions and he tells me all this stuff. And then they experience this. They sure as hell ain't going to wail out again. As usual, you can fix this. You have. I've seen you come out of way bigger holes than this, and you've got so much positive momentum. Whatever you need to do, get this sorted. Fix it. I'd just be repeating myself at this point. As usual, viewer, leave the comments down below. Keep them constructive. Watch the video. Leave your feedback for Kabam. And as usual, let me know what you think we got right. Let me know what you think I got wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.